As you can see, I'm armed and ready for this segment of Ingredients for Life, our cooking segment here with Susan Irby, the Bikini Chef. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah! What are we cooking?
We are cooking spring salads.
Yeah.
So we have a fresh fruit salad with
so
a
good.
champagne rosemary syrup. Yeah. So all you have to do is take a bottle of champagne, pour it in here. Okay, not Veuve Clicquot, okay? You know,
That's a bottle of champagne?
Yeah, and then you put like half a cup
Great.
of sugar in it.
Yum.
And some fresh rosemary.
That sounds
Yeah.
delicious.
So you take fresh rosemary, take it off the stem, and just put it right in there. And then you just simmer it until it gets down just like that much.
So it cooks down to almost about a half an inch, right? And you can actually see some of the pieces of rosemary.
It cooks down to about 3/4 of a cup.
Great.
Yeah. And then all you have to do, you want to let it cool off, and then you're just going to pour it onto your
How yummy.
citrus.
Doesn't that look wonderful?
Now, you could strain off the rosemary, but I like the rosemary, so.
I'm going to have
Look
to
at her, she's already eating. My goodness.
Oh, that's yummy.
Is it?
That is absolutely
So
yummy.
it's a nice way to make your fruit salad, perk it up a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
without adding too many, you know, fat and calories.
Right.
In fact, it doesn't add any fat at all, and just a few calories, but it's not very many, you know, and it cooks down, so
That's
yeah.
great. And so you can hardly even taste the rosemary, which is interesting because some people have a real dislike for rosemary.
Not me. Rosemary is one of my favorites.
Now, what are you going to cook next? So
Now we're going to do an ahi tuna salad. So it's a seared ahi on Asian slaw.
Yum.
So I do a variety of things,
Okay,
so because everybody has different tastes.
Do you need this right now?
Yes, I need
Okay.
this.
want me to hold-
Actually, you're right. I'll
Okay.
do this first.
Okay.
So
I'll
all
be
you
your
want to
sous chef.
do. Thank you. Yes, my lovely assistant. Fun. So you're just going to take some extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
And you put it on each side of the tuna.
The tuna, okay.
And this is sashimi grade tuna, meaning,
What is the difference between regular tuna and sashimi grade?
well, it's the freshest, okay, and the quality is, so when you go, and I got this at Ralph's, so you can get it, like it's
Sure.
just a basic supermarket, okay, you don't have to go to some specialty seafood market. And so you just ask them, you know, which grade it is.
Okay,
and you can tell because the color is so beautiful.
And you use your
red.
nice iron skillet, too.
I do. I've already seared the tuna here. I'm
Right.
going to save that for our salmon.
Okay.
But then you just want to put a little bit of salt and pepper.
What kind of salt do you use? Do you
I use sea salt.
Sea salt.
Yeah,
Okay.
sea salt because it's a natural salt. It's very good for you.
Right.
It's lower in sodium, believe it or not, however that
Isn't
works.
that wild?
Yes.
Maybe because it's not processed as much.
I
Could
know,
that be?
exactly. And then also you don't need as much of it because it's fresh and natural and it has more flavor to it.
Great.
So then all you're going to do is just take some sesame seeds.
Sprinkle them on top and on the other side.
Yeah, and then I press them on there.
And how long do you cook it on both sides?
Oh, you just cook it for like a minute or 2 minutes on each side, depending on how thick the tuna is.
And you did this ahead of time, so you can't do
Yes,
this ahead
I
of time.
did that ahead of time, so I wouldn't set off any smoke alarms. Yes, which I've been known to do.
Last time we had Robin Benincasa on, who was a firefighter. A woman was saying, "Oh no!"
I know, it was hilarious.
It's great.
So
Okay.
now I'll trade you.
Okay, fine. You can take this. You can take the bowl.
Yes, and so we're going to make an Asian vinaigrette, which
Yummy.
is just essentially sesame oil, okay? Sesame oil is very strong. It's very good for you, but it's very strong, so you don't need so much. Just a little bit. And a couple of tablespoons.
Okay, I was going to say, what's a little bit?
Yeah, a couple
It's
of
easy for her to say that,
tablespoons.
but what
You'll
is
get
that?
the recipes.
Okay, good.
I know, I'm horrible about just throwing things
Okay.
together. And then we're going to use a little bit of rice wine vinegar.
I love rice wine
so
vinegar.
let's say you have 3 tablespoons of sesame oil, then you use 1 tablespoon of vinegar.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to have the lovely lady here just whisk that together a little bit.
All right.
Very easy. And for our Asian slaw, we're going to use Asian cabbage. It's a Napa cabbage, and so it's Chinese cabbage. And what I did was I took the whole head and then I just shredded it up just with a knife, chopped it very nicely. And we're going to mix it with bean sprouts and carrots.
Okay, there you go.
And just mix
Yum.
them all
Bean sprouts,
together.
carrots, and the cabbage, and so far it's just been
Right.
oil and vinegar and a little bit of salt and pepper.
Exactly.
And now you're going
And
to
now
add...
we're going to put some crimini mushrooms in.
What kind of mushrooms?
Crimini?
What's the
So
difference
you can
between-
use any kind.
What's the difference between a crimini mushroom and, is that the regular mushroom we generally
Yeah,
eat?
that's
Okay.
generally your basic mushroom.
Okay.
It takes on the flavors of other cuisines, other foods that you have in here. So it's very versatile in that way. Stronger flavored mushrooms would be shiitake or what are those ones I love so
Porcini?
much? Yeah, porcini.
Porcini.
So those have definitely a distinct flavor to them. So we're just going to then add a little bit of fresh ginger. Now this is ginger, it's a root.
And it's raw.
Okay, yes. And so I just minced some up. So we can toss that into here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic.
Yummy.
2 garlic cloves.
Never have too much garlic.
Finely minced. People always, I used to eat it by the, just a clove full with some cheese until my mom said,
I don't think people are going to want to talk to you, my dear. You may be the bikini chef, but too much garlic.
Exactly.
Now, what else do we put in here?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, and where are we going to plate this?
Green onions.
Oh, green. Well, that gives it that nice,
yes,
nice color.
exactly.
Nice color.
We're going to put those in.
Okay, and then I'll plate that because we're going to be running out of time here, and I want to get this third recipe in, which is the
salmon.
The salmon. Okay.
So that's
Which plate do you want me to put that on, babe?
This one goes on the really pretty rose petal
Okay,
plate.
what can I hand you? Can I give you anything else?
Sure.
There you go.
Move this over here, and I can start with my bowl.
Okay. You need this other bowl here.
All right.
There you go. And I noticed the way
bowls.
she cut her lettuce. She didn't chop it in tiny pieces.
I cut them in planks. It looks prettier on the plate. But if you want it in smaller pieces, no problem.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take this out of the bowl really fast and show you how we make a Caesar dressing. My Caesar dressing is a little bit different than other people's Caesars in the sense that I don't use anchovies because Worcestershire sauce already has anchovy in it.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, that's an interesting fact.
Yes. So I'm going to take our garlic. Okay. And then I'm going to take 1 egg yolk. I'm going to mix that together.
Okay.
Okay, make a paste.
Well, that looks beautiful. Can we get a shot of this beautiful salad here? Got about a minute left. So
okay.
So let's get this. If it can, what are you going to do with the salmon exactly?
You know what? I blackened it, so I put a little bit of olive oil on it, and then I just put some blackened seasoning on it, and you can buy that at the grocery store. And
then you're going to put this on top of the Caesar itself?
Yes, exactly.
That's terrific.
So it's a luncheon or dinner portion salad.
Right.
And it's yummy, and you get the nice spice flavor with the blackened seasoning on it.
And you let that sit for a little while, then you
then you would just grill it in here,
good.
in this pan.
Okay, so we're going to start to do that, and then you have your egg yolk, and you've already put in your Worcestershire.
And so I've got some Dijon mustard.
Do you? Okay, you did the egg. A lot of people don't use egg, but do you use pasteurized?
I know. The reason why I do is because there's so much acid, and like we put some lemon juice in there and the Worcestershire, that really the egg yolk will cook on its own.
Well, I know this is going to be absolutely beautiful, so we'll get a shot of this as it's completed. Susan, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. How about her fabulous recipe? The beautiful fruit, you have your Asian slaw, and now she's doing the Caesar with terrific salmon. Stay tuned when we come back. We're going to hear some music, see a final projects of this wonderful chef. Stay tuned.